a cup of tea, and a tiny secret. The kitchen was filled with the comforting sound of boiling water. Ishani stood by the stove, casually stirring a pot. Meera walked in, yawning. Morning, is the tea ready? Almost, Ishani said, dropping a pinch of tea leaves into the water. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, slowly, the clear water began to change. Brown swirls spread gently, curling and expanding until the entire pot turned rich and dark. Meera leaned closer. I love watching that, she said. It just spreads on its own. Ishani smiled. That's actually science. Meera raised an eyebrow. Of course it is. See this? Ishani pointed at the pot. These tea particles are moving from where they are more concentrated. She pointed to the dark cluster near the leaves, to where they are less concentrated. She gestured to the clearer water around. And they keep spreading, Ishani continued, until everything is evenly mixed. Meera nodded slowly. So, the tea is basically exploring the whole pot? Exactly, Ishani said. And this process has a name. Diffusion. Meera repeated it. Diffusion. So things just move on their own? From high concentration to low concentration? Yes. Ishani poured the tea into 2 cups. But here's the interesting part, she said, handing one to Meera. This doesn't just happen in tea. It happens inside your body too. Meera paused mid-sip. Wait! What? Every cell in your body is surrounded by something called a plasma membrane, Ishani explained. It acts like a thin boundary, not completely closed, not completely open. Then how does anything get in or out? Meera asked. Ishani pointed back at the tea. Just like this. Certain substances can move across the membrane by diffusion. They don't need energy. They don't need help. They just move naturally. From high concentration to low concentration, Meera said, catching on. Exactly. Ishani smiled. Oxygen enters your cells this way. Waste leaves your cells this way. All because of diffusion. Meera looked at her cup again. The tea was now perfectly mixed. No swirls, no separation. Just one smooth color. She smiled. So, every time I watch tea spread, I'm actually watching what's happening inside me? Ishani nodded. A simple cup of tea, she said, hiding a very important rule of life. Meera took another sip, this time a little more thoughtfully. Diffusion, she murmured, and for the first time, tea felt like science